welcome back to our channel. I'm Elaine and I'm retired.
My name is Mike and I am not retired. Is it a note of contention in our house?
Retirement is really good.
So then, Elaine, why don't you tell us why did you retire and when did you retire?
So I'm going to reveal a bit about myself. I am 54. When I retired, I was 53. And I have told you previously that I worked for a financial institution for 32 years. Originally, I always planned to, work until I was age 65 and
The classic,
take my pension, retire, and live the good life. But, the financial services industry is constantly changing and evolving, and just employers in general now they've removed a lot of the benefits that used to be available to an employee.
the retirement benefits. So
retirement benefits.
In a cost-cutting measure, they removed benefits as a company retiree, where in the past you would get the golden watch and the this and the that and
the dental and medical coverage,
medical plan.
They've really pared all of that stuff back.
They've peeled that back, no doubt, to save money, which, okay, it's a company, they're trying to make money.
I mean, it's not just my employer, it was all big business has done that.
Yeah.
So my pension was such that if I retired prior to age 55, I could take the commuted value of my pension.
Which that just means if Elaine retired to age 55 and later, she was forced to take the pension. So much per month for as long as she lives, right? But if she retired before age 55, then she could choose. She could still take the monthly, if she just so decided, the monthly amount, or the value of that pension, the cash value, the cash out value. Here is this bucket of money.
Determined at the time you retire. You don't know really too far in advance how much it is.
They do not like, the pension offices do not like to talk about that. Usually you'll get a statement once a year that gives you a rough idea, but they will not give you any kind of up-to-date information. How much, is your pension value 100,000, 200,000, 300,000? They don't want to tell you that. So it's kind of a surprise. You have to literally pull the plug and say, I'm retired. Then they will tell you.
So I always was interested in taking the commuted value aspect from my pension, because I like the idea of having my money and controlling what happens to it in the future. The other part of it too was, if you take a pension and say I was to die at an earlier age,
hit by a bus,
whatever, then Mike only receives a certain percentage of my pension.
Eaten by a bear.
Eaten by a bear. And so I wanted to have all of it. And then I had the ability to grow it or not grow it, but hopefully grow it. So that was an important factor for me. So I made the decision to retire in late 2020. The interest rate environment, climate, whatever you want to say at that time, also was beneficial for me to make a decision about retiring at that time, because my pension value was at a higher point.
Because when the pandemic and the lockdown started, governments lowered interest rates. That in effect increases the dollar amount that Elaine would receive, because the interest rates were low. We don't know exactly how much. We ran some numbers and stuff, but just another item, one Elaine had to retire before 55. So, we knew that was going to happen within the next couple of years. 2, COVID, pandemic. 3, deaths in our family.
That really forces you to really think about life.
4, interest rates changing, so the value should be larger. All these things added up to mean.
Well, there's one other factor.
One other factor.
I was often, for most of my career, I was in a leadership position. So constantly responsible for other people, operation of the location that I worked at. There was a great deal of responsibility that came with that position. And I was ready for a change. I worked full time my whole working career. So I lived a very structured life. And, you only had a bit of time on the weekend to, fit your personal life into it. I was ready for a change. And so that was
live a good life.
Yeah, that was as much as a factor. And then there was one other important consideration. Mike.
Do I know what this is?
You do. You were part of it.
Okay.
We always planned for retirement from when we first became a couple and got married and planned out our future. We were always saving. We made sure that we saved on an automatic, gradual basis. And in the later years of savings, our finances, grew. And
we had early on in our first couple years of marriage, I was now in a financial advisor job. We did a financial plan with the goal of retiring at 55.
Mm-hmm.
So that was there a few years ago. That plan, going through a drawer in the desk or something, that plan popped up and I read it through, and it was very, very close to the reality. Was very, very close to what the projections were from 25 years ago.
But we didn't just make that plan 25 years ago and then look at it 25 years later. We constantly revisited that plan on a regular basis to keep us on track to achieving that goal. And all those things helped us to get to the point where I was able to make the decision to retire before I was 55.
And how is it?
Love it. Love it. Can't say enough good things about retirement.
Is the best part the napping or or is it something else?
Freedom. It's the freedom. That's the best part. I have to admit, I miss the people that I work with. I was in the customer service industry, so I miss that contact with customers. But to have the ability to go for a walk, go have a coffee with a friend, whenever I want, go grocery shopping in the middle of the day. It's given me, it's freedom. It's freedom.
Sounds great.
So on that note, some of the things we've talked about in this video, we would like to talk, we will discuss more in future videos.
Yes.
At greater length. But there you go. That's how we got to where I am at right now.
Okay. Roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
Whoa.
I don't know. I like it. Talk to you soon.